Hi, I'm Becky Adams, and today I wanted to share with you the process of creating this layout. For this layout, one of my favorite things to do, I guess not just for this layout, for any layout, one of my favorite things to do is to combine products from different manufacturers. I love pulling all of the little tiny bits and pieces together in random patterns and elements and making it come together to look like it was meant to be there, that they were meant to go together. So today I'm starting out with a background. This is from Gossamer Blue. And today I'm going to start with this. It's a really faint tone-on-tone newsprint. And I wanted to build up that background a little bit. So I'm starting with this black polka dot. And this is also by Gossamer Blue. And I'm just eyeballing it, centering that right down the center. And then I've got these two strips that go on either side. And they are cut to the same width as the middle, as all the strips are the same width. And then they're all just a little bit different length, just to add a little bit of interest. And I went ahead and, to save a little bit of time, just pre-stitched, just a straight stitch and white thread around all three of these rectangles. And we're just going to add those to the background. And then I'm going to set this background aside, and I'm going to start building around my photo. I've got these cards. They came from the Crepe Paper Open Road collection, and they're just journaling cards. I'm not going to use them as journaling cards on this layout, but I'm going to kind of add them as a mat to my photo to make my photo kind of pop off the page. And I don't want these stacked exactly perfect. I want to kind of make them look like they're just a little haphazard. Let's see, I think I'll add this one up this way. Okay, so now that I've got that built, I'm going to add it to this, and this is a circle I just cut out of pattern paper. I think this one is by Crepe Paper also, and I'm just going to set that on there for right now. I'm not quite ready to adhere it because I want to make sure that I have room for some of my other elements. I want to add my title block just to the left of the photo. And the title for this layout is going to say Love My Boys. And I'm going to add this to make my letter sticker stand out a little bit more. I'm going to add that circle label. And that label sticker came from Gossamer Blue. So I'm going to add that love, and then I want to add my, just with these letter stickers from Studio Calico. And I want to add them really close, in fact, even a little bit closer than that. And I don't want them to be perfect. I'm going to add those right under love. And then I just stuck these letter stickers. Whoops, they're not going to come off very easily. I'll have to fix that a little bit. And these are just some stickers that I've had in my stash for quite a while. And once again, I want this to overlap so it keeps all of my elements together. And I want to stick them really close. And if you notice, that B in boy is hanging off this side, and I'm trying to make it even so that the space is the same on how far it's going to hang off on this side. So I want it to be centered on the tag. I don't want you know, the B hanging clear off here and the S to be centered. So I want them to be equal distance off the tag. So I'm still not quite ready to adhere that yet because I want to check my spacing. Right over here, I wanted to add this Let's Go tag. And if you notice, I changed things up with these tags a little bit. This one, I used some string and tied it into a bow, and this one I just looped it through. That just adds a little bit of extra interest. Let's see, I want to add that, but I'm not, oh, I think I want it to go right there. Okay, so I'm just going to tuck that in right there, making sure that I don't cover up any of the words. I want the words to still be readable. Then I've got a few other elements here. I chose this number 3, and I think I'm going to tuck that in right there. And I just chose the number 3 because there are 3 boys in our family. Just want that to stick out a little bit here. And then I think I'm going to add this one. Actually, I think I'm ready to adhere this big portion. It's kind of sliding all over the place and making it kind of hard to work with. So I'm going to adhere that. I'm just going to run my dot runner over all of these layers. Make sure they're good and sticky. Up just a little bit more. I am going to add a little bit of extra adhesive to this chipboard. This came from an American Crafts collection. I do think I want it to stick out in that, whoops, a little bit lower. Okay. And then I'm going to add this tag. And then I have a few more little bits and pieces that I want to add. I think I'm going to add this big old circle. I'm going to add this. I'm just going to eyeball it again and just add that right to the center. I'm going to layer those die cuts. I like that pink circle to kind of go behind. Okay, I changed a couple of little things when I added my journaling. First I added this black, actually a dark gray line. I felt kind of like the circle got lost a little bit in the background. I wanted it to stand out a little bit more. So I added that, and then I also moved the circle from right in the center of the layout, just offsetting it just a little bit. So we're going to leave that there, and then I added my journaling here. And then I wanted to balance things out a little bit by adding a little embellishment cluster right up here at the top of the page. So I just wanted to add that little date. This little piece comes from a Gossamer Blue collection. And this piece comes from the Open Road collection by Crate Paper. I'm just going to add that. And then I wanted to bring in this pink circle right here. I wanted to repeat that up here. So I just have a little die cut right there. I'm just going to add that. And then I also wanted to add some of these fun, I think they're resin, I'm not sure, by Hampton Art, by KI. I thought that these stars were super cute, and so I thought I'd add a few stars. we're going to keep this going in a diagonal line. I was going to try for a third embellishment cluster, but I think we're going to stick with this diagonal line and not mess with that too much. Okay, and then I wanted to add a few of these stars from the Gossamer Blue On My Desk collection. I'm just going to add a couple of those so that I have 3 stars. Add the same thing down here. And a couple more right there. And then I wanted to add a few of these. Oh, there it is. I was looking for my adhesive. A few of these wood sequins. And I'm going to add those by just adding a small dot of adhesive and then adding the sequin. And I'm going to add 3 different sizes of these sequins. I'll just add a little tiny guy right up there. And I think I'm going to add just one more small element. This space seems a little blank to me, so I'm going to take just another one of these label stickers like I use right here. Except I'm only going to use half of it. And I'm just going to tuck that in right there, just so that space doesn't seem quite so blank. And I think with that, this one is finished. Thanks for joining me today.